You don't deserve a higher rank. I mean, you could deserve diamond. We haven't watched enough. You're not in elo hell. I can tell you that right now. There is no elo hell at work here. What's up, guys? It's Mills, and today we're going to be breaking down a PLAT soldier's gameplay. He proclaims that he's a master tier player, so we're going to break down his gameplay, do some light roasting, and see exactly what he's doing right and wrong, and if he really deserves a higher rank. We're going to get to the bottom of it right now. So this was user submitted by Chezzies, and he said this: "Hi, huge fan. I play Soldier 76 mostly, and then Tracer at the end, and my in-game name is Kratos. He's a Platinum 1, and I think I deserve Masters 5. I feel like I'm actually in Elo Hell. My teammates hold me back, and apart from a few mistakes I make, mostly including getting too greedy, I think I'm a Masters 5 player." And he's sent a game in that has an intense overtime, so that means it's going to be rather close. So let's break it down and figure out if he's telling the truth, if he deserves this rank. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. So yeah, let's do it. I like that you're checking down this lane. This is actually really good to do. You see a Pharah, and so it is your job to contest this Pharah. But right away, I'm already telling you a mistake here, where you're playing too close to this angle. Because a Pharah, if she flies up this way, you want to have some distance between the top of the roof where she could peek you up close and where you're standing. Like playing here, it would be far safer to be playing somewhere further back, like here or even back here. Your job as a soldier is not necessarily to just like one clip Pharahs out of the air. Like that's cool if it happens, but most of the time that's because the Pharah's making a mistake. Most of the time what you're trying to do is you're trying to deny the Pharah's space. You're denying the Pharah from flying over. You're not necessarily going and chasing her down, and if you do that, you could easily die. You have to make sure that you're living at all costs, because it's your job to make sure the Pharah doesn't get to free fly. That's your most important thing. So I'm worried that you're going to be a little bit greedy here. We'll see exactly how you play it. This is going to be a big test. Okay, we go immediately down to ground floor. We cannot do this. The Pharah is like right above us, or she could be. Yeah, no, we need to be listening and paying attention to this Pharah. She comes in and kills you twice, like two taps you out of nowhere. You're just kind of ruined. Also, we're shooting at this Doom for basically no reason here. There's no reason to shoot at him. I mean, he's gonna get his power punch anyways because of the Torp turret. It doesn't do anything. We're not killing him. We want to be shooting at the very least at the BAP. We're generating less ult charge. Like there's just no point in shooting him at all. Took one shot, took two shots, went down to 7 HP, taking 2 shots. And you got to understand that she's not at risk. Like, she's not dying here. You're not killing her here. You're not a character that could just one-shot her. She's being pocketed. You just need to control and contain, but you need to make sure that you're not putting yourself at risk. Realistically, let's actually look here. I'm pretty sure you would have died if both those shots were damage boosted, or if they were a little bit more accurate. Let me actually see here. That shot is damage boost. Well, actually, did she change it at the last minute? I think it was a very fast flash back and forth. I don't really know why she's fluttering. No, that second shot was on heal. If that second shot was on damage boost, you'd just be dead here. You'd be dead here, and then the Pharah would just kill your entire team. We're not playing cover. Like there's literally zero cover here. There's no reason why we can't just be playing like a room so we don't get directed. Can't be playing a corner. Can't be playing a further angle. In fact, like really, if your job here is to contain this Pharah, which is really your job, that's like your main job here, you don't even have to really be playing here. Why do you not want to be playing this position? Because she could fly over this rooftop, and she can you do not want, as a hit scan player, you do not want the Pharah to be able to use the cover of a rooftop and then dive on top of you, like out of nowhere. So you want to be far away from a roof. You really want to be far away from a roof. Now, you might be saying, hey, you know, I get away with this all the time. Well, that's because you're in Plat. You're in Plat. You're saying that you deserve Masters, but I promise you, a Masters Pharah, a Diamond Pharah, would punish you for this. They would very easily punish you for this. It's the same reason why you wouldn't really want to be playing like a position like this, because like they could come over this, you know, over here. So like, where you might be asking, where could you play instead? Well, I think over here would be really strong. You could play this position over. You could play either, you don't really want to play the low ground, but I would play this window. This window is really good because you can see if the Pharah flies over this rooftop anywhere over here. You get a cross angle over here with cover right here. And if you ever take some damage, you can always, like, you have your heal station, then you can cycle between the mega. It's just a really good crossfire position instead of playing sitting here with your team. This is more of a Cassidy angle, a lot less of a soldier angle, and you're really susceptible. If the Pharah decided to be aggressive, you just die to her. Could probably help your team get these staggers here. In fact, I would. After you got all these kills, you should probably be pushing up on like an angle like this. You're the only one that can really kill these guys very reliably, and your tank is pushed up here with this space. The turret's up here, the BAP's up here. I understand you want to keep your good position, but there's no reason why we can't snowball this, generate ult. Like, we get to wipe. If we get to wipe these two people, it's going to be longer for them to regroup. We're going to be able to get our ultimate a lot faster, leading into this next fight with like 70-80%. So then the next fight, all we have to do is farm a little bit and then get our ultimate right away. That's what you really want to do when it's safe to do, and it is safe here and you're not really doing it. So that's something that normally like higher level players would do. So yeah, we are so lost here. I don't even know what we're doing. Like, we are absolutely lost. Look at where we're looking. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What is happening here? What the fuck is this? Okay, let me back this up. I'm so lost. So you're here. What are you waiting for? They're not gonna peek you. Your Torb is literally actively fighting them. So what are we standing here for? You think they're gonna push through your Torb and challenge you here? What? No. Either go down and fight with him, or back up and get an angle on the Pharah, like figure out where the battle is happening, take a cross angle. I mean, really, I would probably push in and help my Torb. There's a million things you could do, but we're just kind of standing here like a little bit lost, like. And then the Doomfist is here. Now we do like the weirdest backwards, you know, flick. And yeah, I don't even know what the fuck's happening here. You're like completely and utterly lost. Your ankles got broken, completely broken. Put him in NBA 2K. All right, we're going here. Yeah, this is a super unsafe position. Super unsafe position. And we're also not actively keeping this Pharah in check. This Pharah really should be way more aggressive here. Her team is here, like here. The Doom is in. If this Pharah would have like routed this way and like was spamming like from this side here, or, you know, on this rooftop, pushing in this way, spamming over here. There's a million things they could do to, like, contribute to this fight even more. Yeah, you really got to get out of the habit of feeding him Power Punch. I understand that the Torb would probably give it to him anyway. Torb turret will give it to him naturally. But, you know, one of the biggest problems I see when VOD reviewing, especially hit scan players, is that they will constantly feed Doom Power Punch, and then the Dooms will waste it. So I think you're feeding them Power Punch because you don't understand the ramifications, because the Dooms aren't punishing you for it. But I promise you, as you go up against better Dooms, as you climb the ranks, you're gonna give a Doom Power Punch and he's gonna kill your whole team with it. And you're gonna be like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. It's kind of like you don't get punished for it here, but it's such a bad habit to generate. Like, it's such a bad habit. You could probably chase that guy down, honestly. I would just chase him down. Yeah, just kill him. Just kill him. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? You know he's weak. You know he's low. No point in you shooting the tank. No point in you shooting the tank. You don't need to turn back and shoot that tank. But we don't want to really be in this position here. We don't really have any cover. We would much rather be like, what the fuck? Huh? Okay, I didn't even see this person. What the fuck? Well, you know, I was gonna say that you should probably, if your team is set up here, I would take a crossfire and, you know, maybe play this corner over here. So you're kind of, you give yourself cover from this area. You give yourself cover from a lot of different areas by playing like this corner right here, and I like it a lot. But you would probably run this angle and then just get like ulted by this Pharah. They would trade her though, at least. So yeah, I wouldn't play out in the open here though. I don't think so. I think over here is okay. Just a good corner somewhere that you can contest the Pharah going over rooftops. Oh, this Pharah is gonna just destroy y'all. I have anxiety about that. What the fuck? Is she just standing there? I mean, we knew it was gonna happen with the Pharah. The Pharah was just in like such a rat spot. Holy shit. That's so. No, this is terrible. This is so bad. This is so bad. The problem here is both players could just back out of the fight, and I understand that you're BAP ulted and you're like, okay, I'm gonna ult. You turned one terrible ult into another one, like that. You turn one terrible ult into two terrible ults. His first ult, I can see the concept of it. It's applying pressure, but they can just wait out the time. Like, they don't have to touch car here. They could literally just back up, not engage, wait. And then y'all did actually nothing. Why not wait until they're in a position where they can't back out? Either the time is lower, they're all pushed out and pushed into open space. You're guaranteed to get more value out of it. Yeah, I mean, right here, you're kind of just like following along this player, and yeah, both of y'all just wasted y'all ults when, you know, y'all just threw the ult economy. Y'all just 100% just y'all took your ult advantage and just fucking chucked it in the trash here. Yo, more paying attention to flanks. Yeah, it's rough. I mean, we wasted both of our ultimates, did nothing, and then we got picked pre-fight. So yeah, pretty rough stuff. And now because you're dead, there's no one to keep this Pharah in check. The Pharah is just gonna kill your whole team. Yeah, it's a pretty big throw here. And this is something that you should get in the habit of, especially a soldier. So one, I like it when you take cross angles, you know, cross firing from your team. So you're traveling a lot around the map. Like, you're taking positions like this, and you're taking positions wide, like over here, just an adjacent angle from your team, because soldier has that mobility to do that, right? But another thing you're doing is, like, even if you're not going to control space, you should be listening and peeking down lanes. When I say peeking down lanes, the whole concept of it is just looking. Like, let's say if you were holding up here, which I don't even think is that great of a position. You're holding here and you're fighting the enemy team, and you see that they're coming from that way, right? We're here. We're fighting the enemy team that way. You still want to periodically jiggle peek this lane. This is what I call a lane, right? You're jiggle peeking this whole lane. And the reason that you're jiggle peeking the lane is you're just making sure that there's no one sneaking up on you. Like, because if you catch someone trying to sneak up on you throughout that time frame, sometimes you can get a free kill, or at the very least you can reposition. So getting in the habit of peeking down these lanes is just a really important strategy that you can do on any character. And you just try to it's just a little quick jiggle for information, and then you're back to your own thing. And it's especially true, like, when you're in this situation, right, where you were here, you didn't see the enemy. You had no idea where they were, but you knew that they were alive. So when you got flanked here, like, you know, your fucking spider sensor should have been going off. You should have checked this lane earlier, or at the very least, like, checked it pre-fight, or even went that way, just so that you're more prepared for flanks like that. So you don't just, like, die to a flank that feels random, when you really could have done something about it really easily. If you would have just paid attention a little bit more, you would have stopped that flank. So just in general about aim, this is for everybody. Try to establish some more aim discipline, where you're shooting when you're specifically, like, actually hitting a target, and you're not shooting when you're not. Like, and I know that seems kind of vague, but what a lot of people do is they'll do this on Tracer 2 or Soldier, whatever. They'll get on a target, they'll start shooting, and they'll shoot their whole clip, whether they're completely whiffing or not, right? And that's not what you really want to do. You want to make sure that you're actually being efficient with every bullet you're using. It's going to make you more accurate, and it's going to give you more resources, so you don't have to just, like, you know, see someone for a second, spray a whole bout of bullets, you know. And you can definitely pre-fire an angle technically, but there has to be a legitimate reason why you think they would peek that. And I would typically probably do it with a helix instead of, like, spraying your entire gun at an angle where there's no one there. Which is exactly what you did there, where you just like shooting your entire clip. Okay, let's go this far. Okay, there is a wall. Yeah, I mean, this situation right here, where we see her for a second, and then we're just, no, like, what are we shooting at? What are we shooting at here? I'm very curious about what we're shooting at in general. I think we did, like, 4 damage that fight. Okay, that's fine to shoot at him because he's super out of position. It's fine. Okay, let's push in with our team. We got picks. Let's push in with our team. Take space with our Sigma. Punish this far if you can. He's still here. Yep. Nice. Okay, good. Okay, now we push up, hold the ledge, be aggressive. We could actually go and chase that guy down. He's dead. Nice. Okay, now we can start applying pressure here. We do hear a Rhine. This guy is way out of position. Just push him. Just push him as a team. He's so out of position. I mean, you don't want to get on top of him, but your team can just press him. Holy fuck. No way. Oh my god. There's no way that your Mora got sauced on that hard. I've never seen that. Holy fuck. All right. This is the super secret tech that's not so secret about how this will never happen to you. This will not happen to you. It is super simple. When you fade, you could just jump up and get on this ledge. Or if you're trying to shoot the Rhine, you walk up on this ledge. Because guess what? He can't pin you vertically unless he's booped some way. You just can't possibly die here. Not only does your Mura die here when they should never, ever, ever die, but the Rhine gets bailed out. And I don't even know what your BAP is doing. Okay, no, the Rhine does die. Yeah. No, and this really comes back to my point, Kratos, and I know that I don't want to roast you too hard here, because I know that you're a fan and I know you mean well and you want to improve, but there are so many players in this game playing like absolute bots all around you. Your Mora is playing like a bot. Your BAP is playing like a bot. Your Ashe is playing like a bot. Their Rhine is. Their Soldier. Their Pharah. They're not pressuring y'all. They're not doing really anything like a higher ranked player would do. So for you to believe that you deserve a higher rank when you're not even punishing these players for how bad they're playing, right? These players, if you really were a master tier player, you would be farming all these mistakes, like non-stop farming. You would be killing everybody here because there's so many positional mistakes. These players don't know what they're doing at all. So this is just one of the ways that I prove to you that no, you don't deserve a higher rank. I mean, you could deserve diamond. We haven't watched enough, but masters or above, not right now, not yet. You need to still improve. You need to, you know, you're not in elo hell. I can tell you that right now. There is no elo hell at work here. Okay, we're gonna just back the hell out of that. Nope, don't get hit by that fire strike. Nope. Oh, that's your Mora, dude. Fuck. Get the fuck out of here. Come on, just run. Dip. No. Keep running. No, fuck. He just fucking shattered. Holy shit. Oh my god, I wasn't emotionally prepared for that. That man just shattered your body, dude. He bit your He bit your Mora again. There's no fucking way. There's no way. Holy shit, I can't read. Holy fuck, I can't. I can't. Holy shit, that's so. Yeah, like this, like I don't really want to see you shooting this Rhine. Because you just did damage to him, but he's back to full. Like, I want to see you in a better position. So, for one, I would like to have seen you up here. Because then we could have contested this character, this Cassidy, from coming up to this high ground. We don't want this Cassidy to have, like, better positions. That's one. I would probably be over here. Secondary, you could probably be, like, I would say, like, in a position here. And we're not shooting at this Rhine. We're going to apply pressure to their back line. I would say maybe a position even over here, potentially. That's still not a great position. It's actually really weird setting up defensively as a hit scan like Soldier on this point. Because, like, ideally you would want a position over this way. Like, but there's no high ground, really. And this just has a fucking huge monument in your way. Here is fine. I would say here is fine. This position can get a little dicey, though, if there was, like, a Genji or something. And this is another point, is, like, position should change depending on what you're up against. Like there are good core positional things that you can do, like play near cover, play near corner, stuff like that, but you know, your risks are different depending on what you're up against. Kind of like what we talked about earlier, where if they have a fly character that can go over the rooftop, you have to be extra careful about how you're playing that angle, because you know, they use the roof as their cover to get on top of you, and they can kill you in like instantly. So anyways, let's keep watching. Yeah, we're just hard peeking the right side. Like, we're just, yeah, like, what are we doing here? We just died pre-fight. We literally just died this pre-fight. There's no way. No. There's no way. Look, we're trying to shoot at a Rhine who has cover when both of his supports are alive. We're trying to shoot at him when we shouldn't even be worrying about him at all. Once again, you know, if you saw my videos, and I know you have, you said that you've watched a lot of my content. He's not your primary target unless he's out of position. He's not out of position here. He's pushing him with his team. His team are still alive. He can still be pocketed. Out of position would be like if this Rhine is like here, right? Then you could shoot at him, sure. This is not your target right now. We should be shooting at the Soldier. We could kill the Soldier like that, dead. We could fight this BAP, dead. But what are we doing instead? We're completely tunnel vision on this Ryan that we shouldn't even be shooting at. We shouldn't even be shooting at him. And what happens? We get killed. We get 1v1'd by a BAP. This BAP kills us. We are the only one on our team with ults. We're the only one. Our ult could carry here. We could have killed this soldier right away, popped ult, forced this Kiriko to teleport to the Rhine, jumped down behind them and started shooting them from behind or whatever. The soldier's dead. We could have hard carried this whole fight, held them right here. I bet you we lose this because we don't have ults. You know, we just don't have ults. We don't have any ult to pressure them. Yeah, then the BAP that lives, like we could have been up here, you know, like ulting from an angle like this cover. We could have just completely eradicated them here. But we're dead. So they just get to do that for free. We should be there stopping them. Once again, this is a situation where we needed our ult to carry this fight. We needed to make sure that we were being careful of the flanks that people could take, the angles that people could fight by us, like could flank us by. And we did it, and we died, and we never got to use our ult. And the exact same thing happened here, right? The exact same thing happened right here, where you had this position, you didn't check the lane or listen for the soldier flanking, and you died instantly to the flanking soldier when you had ults, and you were the only one that could keep the FAR in check. So it happened twice here, twice, where you could have won a fight there, and we could have won a fight right here and held them very, very, very easily, and they take this. And you said this goes into overtime. I know that y'all end up winning this game, but very, very, like on a very slim margin, and you know, it should have never went to overtime. It should have never ever went to overtime here. Yeah, they're gonna cap this. No. Nope. Nope. So what's the verdict here? I think there's some things that you do right and wrong. There's some things that you do well. I will say. I think your aim is fine, even though that your aim discipline is pretty, you know, sloppy, where you're kind of spraying all around. You get a little bit lost. Really, you're just way too tunnel visioned. You're way too tunnel visioned on the enemy Rhine, and you're focused too hard on, like, you're not really playing to Rhine's to soldier strengths at all here. We're playing in like Cassidy positions, maybe even Ashe positions, where we're trying to play with our team. We're not off angling. We're not controlling lanes. We're not controlling angles. We're not doing any of that, and we're just like hard shooting at a tank like the whole game. So yeah. I hope you learned something in this video. I think this answers your question. This did not disprove Elo Hell, but if you still think that you deserve a higher rank, I want a comp game, name, in-game rank, or in-game rank and name in the comments down below, and tell me the character that you play, and we might pick you for the next video. But thank you so much for coming by. Smash the subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.